So away we go. Rangers seeking their 44th championship, their 6 in a row and 7 in the past 8 seasons. And it's been a long time since Hearts won anything, just over 3 decades in fact. So they'll be well fired up for the occasion by the new manager, Sandy Clark. This is Haitley. Just too many Hearts players there for David Hagan. Now it's Tosh McKinlay. Overcooking that one, and straight into the hands of Ali Maxwell. Touched by Haitley. This is Hagan. Again, too many Hearts defenders around him. It's Gary Mackay to Cahoon. Samed in at the head of Fashanu. He gets a good knockdown to Robertson. Robertson bundled to the ground, right on the edge of the penalty area by Presley, but it was outside. Well, it's a good knockdown by Fashanu, and the pace of Robertson causing problems. And the referee immediately awarding the free kick. It's Gary Mackay standing over the ball. John Robertson's there, so too is Ross McKinlay. It's Robertson driving it through, and that was an awkward one for the goalkeeper. He must have spotted that one very late indeed. Well struck by Robertson. Nicely worked free kick, teed up there, and the ball taking a slight deflection, and Maxwell doing extremely well. Again trying a little touch on, but it's cleared by Van de Ven, aimed at Fashanu. A stumble there by the Hearts player. Every time he goes for the ball, there's a buzz goes round the ground. John Brown, he tries a shot, and that's a good effort. Well, Henry Smith had to get down quickly in the end. Brown saw an opening there, and with the left foot fired in, it took an awkward bounce there, just in front of the goalkeeper. This is Ferguson. A call. Murray. Now it's Goff. Murray again. Josh McKinlay with him there. Hagan got the touch. Fraser Wishart trying to force his way through, but he was held off by Cahoon. And the ball eventually cleared by Gary Locke. That's Goff for Rangers. Kalichenko, who's drifted into the middle. Well, can he weave some magic here and unlock this Hearts defence? Ferguson, Goff. Rangers with everyone except Maxwell inside the Hearts half at the moment. Bishop trying to lay it off to Kalichenko, who does well. Looking in ahead of Locke. Flipping it through now for Hagan. Still Rangers have it though. Goff leaving it to Ferguson. Presley's breaking in the right. Good running by Presley, and well closed down by Tosh McKinlay, but it's Murray firing it in for Haitley! And applause rings around Ibrox Stadium. A great break in the right initially by Presley, and it was fed through there to Murray, and his cross finding the head of Haitley. But some good build-up play by Rangers. Again, Presley finding himself a bit of space in that right-hand side. He was picked out there by Brown. This is Neil Murray. Trying to get away from Van de Ven, and the free kick awarded. It will be Alexei Kalichenko, I think, to take this one. He's going over to the right-hand side. Meanwhile, John Brown moving forward. Richard Goff is also going to the edge of the area. So the aerial threat is there, but that's a poor cross. Rotundo by Presley, headed away by Fashanu, only as far as Ferguson. It's a good ball to Stuart McCall. It's aimed in at Haitley. He challenges the goalkeeper, that's a free kick. And Henry Smith taking a hefty knock because he was challenged by the Rangers striker. So it was McCall who fired in the high cross. And Smith was under a lot of pressure there from Hateley. And the referee had no hesitation in awarding the free kick. And while Henry Smith still suffering a bit, but he looks a lot happier now. It's Brown climbing with Fashanu. Brown winning it. It's laid off by Ferguson to Presley. This is Hagan, closed down by Berry. And the ball is out of play for the throw to Hearts. Levine flips it forward to Robertson. He gets time to turn, but Ferguson's there with him now. That comes off the heel of Murray. Breaks through to Fashanu. Goff's with him. That's a great effort by Fashanu, just inches away. And the goalkeeper very unhappy indeed. But the challenge of Goff was held off. And that wasn't far away. Great effort from Justin Fashanu. Maxwell has hit some good clearances in this first half after an early one that was a bit short, but here comes McCall. He plays it to Mikhailichenko. Still Mikhailichenko, showing his skills. Getting in a good cross. That's away by Cahoon. Rangers have it again through Goff. Same at Hateley. Wishart's in there. And there's a chance here for Hagan. And it was Tosh McKinley, I think, who might have got a touch there in the far post. Well, it seems certain that Rangers would take the lead there. The crowd getting right behind them now. We're inside the final minute of this first half. So the high ball coming over. Hateley stumbled. It was Fraser Wishart who came in, got the touch across. And Tosh McKinley it was who knocked it off the post. And eventually the danger cleared. Presley plays the long one forward, and Hateley winning himself and Rangers a corner out of that as he was challenged by Berry and Van de Ven. So perhaps there's still a bit of life left in this first half. Mikhailichenko to take it, and Goff again moves forward to the edge of the area. John Brown's in at the near post. And Smith has lost it. This is Hagan. And Rangers take the lead. Almost 3 minutes of injury time. And at last Rangers get the breakthrough. David Hagan, who made his breakthrough last season with a couple of goals then, finishing it off there. The goalkeeper committed himself. He lost it in the air. And Hagan kept a very cool head indeed. That could be a very important goal for Rangers on this opening day of the season. Rangers 1, Hearts 0. Well, still, this first half goes on, and the Hearts player on the ground over on the far side. Tosh McKinley, I think. He's back on his feet now. Well, can Hearts pull it back before the whistle goes? Derek sounds now from the referee. So the Rangers fans applaud their team as they leave the field. And there's the young man who put them ahead in injury time. The half-time score here at Ibrox Stadium. Rangers 1, Hearts 0. Well, the second half gets underway. And Rangers will no doubt be delighted by that goal right on half-time. Rangers didn't lose a league match here at Ibrox last season. In fact, they've set a run of 25 games over 17 months. It's a very proud record that they'll want to hold on to. And last season, they took 7 out of the 8 points available against Hearts. So it gives you an idea of the difficulties facing the Tynecastle side this afternoon. McCoy scored in 4 of the 5 meetings last season, which included the Scottish Cup, so at least he's not here to add further pressure to them this afternoon. So it's Presley for Rangers to Murray. Presley again. Goff. So Presley made a lot of space for himself on that right-hand side during the first 45 minutes. Challenged there by Craig Levine. But he found a lot of space in the first half, getting some telling crosses. This is Berry to Mackay. Flush McKinley's breaking through on the left. It's through the middle now for Fashanu, who gets a bit of space. Blasts it high and wide. Well, that was a real chance for Hearts and for Fashanu. And the ball played through to him by Gary Mackay. But, well off target. That's Mikhailichenko for Rangers. This is Wishart. It's a dangerous cross in towards the near post, and Neil Murray almost getting to it. That's Brown stepping in for Rangers. It's a good ball. Ball driving it across. Haitley's in there, and a timely intervention by Craig Levine. Now Levine using his pace here to get across and deny Haitley, and that's always been one of the strengths of Craig Levine. The ball whipped into the near post area, and Levine having to act very quickly indeed. Rangers about to make a change. Jake McCall is going off, and Ian Durant is replacing him. So applause for both players. Ian Durant, of course, a huge favourite around these parts. Well, perhaps he can inject a bit of life to this match. But Maxwell in all kinds of trouble here. And eventually having to push the ball behind for the corner, but Maxwell furious with Presley. Some early season blues for Rangers. You know what? Mistakes being made. So it's Tosh McKinley with the corner kick. Levine's header, and Fashanu was in there. So the ball going behind for the goal kick. Van de Ven, oh, he's given it away to Hagen. Surely another blunder here on the Rob Hearts, but Hagen gives him a chance to recover, and Van de Ven gets the ball behind for the corner. Well, Hearts really shot themselves in the foot right on half-time with a mistake that cost them a goal, and that really could have finished off the afternoon for them. This is Berry. It's Gary Locke to Cahoon. Mackay, giving it away though to Richard Goff. Well, Levine coming in there on Haitley, and that's a bad challenge. Well, it was Richard Goff who had been gifted the ball by Gary Mackay, played it out to the right-hand side, played it short. Haitley had to come back for it, and in came Craig Levine. You can see McCoist. Of course, no one knows more about injury than Scott Nisbet sitting up there at the back. Of course, his career ended by injury just recently. But, as Walter Smith looks on anxiously, fortunately for Rangers, Mark Haitley gets back to his feet. And he's going to be such an important player for them this season. This is Hagen trying to get forward. goes behind for the corner kick. It's Ian Durant to take it. And the header from Hitley. Well, there is the perfect answer from Mark Hitley. 65 minutes gone, and Hitley is showing all his power in the air. Well, 1 minute he was on the ground injured. Just look at the power in this header. Henry Smith hadn't a prayer. Terrific play by Hitley. And that's the best way to react to any situation. Meanwhile, Hearts are making a change. Off goes Fashanu, and on comes Ian Ferguson, the former Wraith Rovers player who was signed a couple of seasons ago for £100,000. Well, the perfect corner from Durant. And Hitley finishing with great style. And that really has brought the crowd alive. You get the feeling now Rangers could really pile it on. This is Hitley again. Ferguson, and not a bad effort from Ian Ferguson. It wasn't an easy ball for him. He just steadied himself. It was Hitley who controlled it initially. He knocked it into the path of Ferguson. He just steadied himself. Couldn't get any great power in the shot, but not a bad effort. Their substitutes, and one of them almost paying off there. That ball takes a deflection, and Ali Maxwell coming well out of his goal. Well, the goalkeeper coming racing forward, and just got a touch there, and the ball going over the top. That's Durant. Good ball to Presley. Zoomed in towards Hitley. He does well to retain possession. Knocking it through, looking for Hagan. Hagan trying to hold up the challenge. It's great play by Hagan. And a fine save by Henry Smith. And there's Ferguson slamming in the shot. Well, Hagan did brilliantly, and Henry Smith responded. Hagan can't believe it. He did the difficult bit, and he certainly kept the ball down as well as he could. But brave goalkeeping by Henry Smith, who took that hefty knock in the first half. This is Gary Locke. Josh McKinley's in there, but Ian Durant provides the cover. And that's behind for the corner kick to Hearts. Ian Durant has certainly made his contribution since coming on. Hearts maybe grab something back here and exert a bit of pressure in the closing moments. This is Tosh McKinley. Still it's McKinley, and that's an own goal. John Brown attempting to clear. He was under pressure there. So 86 minutes gone. The ball whipped in by Tosh McKinley, and as Ian Ferguson went in there, the ball coming off John Brown. So Hearts pull one back. But a good play by Tosh McKinley on the left. Persistent play. He got the ball into the middle. The Rangers will now have to be extremely careful. Levine still well forward, but Presley nipping in ahead of him. He's happy to concede the throw-in. The referee checks his watch. John Cahoon, who's come over to the left-hand side of the field. The ball hooked away by Ferguson, and there goes the final whistle. So Rangers make the start they wanted in terms of picking up 2 championship points from this opening game of the season, and it was worth turning up this afternoon to see the goal from Mark Hateley. Tremendous power in his header. It was Ian Durant who fired in the corner kick, and a minute after being injured, Hateley powered the ball past Henry Smith. The final score here at Ibrox Stadium: Rangers 2, Hearts 1.
And there were 3 yellow cards, as you see, no red ones, thankfully. Afterwards, Jerry spoke to Richard Gough and to Hearts' John Cahoon.
Richard, there's been a lot of talk now of players being missing and maybe a bit of tension building, but that's the first one behind you. How do you feel about it?
Very happy. You know, people are saying that we're going to struggle with injury problems, but the players are coming in, they're good players. No one should forget that. And the team played very well today, because Hearts are a difficult act to play well against, and I thought we played well today.
It's important, isn't it, to have experienced players to bring in, like Ali Maxwell and Fraser Wishart, because the youngsters did well in Europe last year. They're still coming through, but
yeah,
you do need that measure of experience.
I think so. I actually looked in the team programme today, and there was maybe 7 players who people, if they were picking their strongest Rangers team, would most probably have in the team. They were missing today. So, I mean, that says a lot. The manager's going to have a great time when all these players are fit again.